Hello and welcome to F1 Now. In this video, we're going to be talking about the biggest winners and losers in the Japanese Grand Prix. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so predictably we start off with Red Bull, who has had a good weekend considering they were looking pretty much beatable in the early days. But come Sunday, they got down to business and pulled off a 1-2 finish. And it has to be said that Perez was really close to Verstappen all weekend. But for me, the real stars of the show were Ferrari. So as the races go by, it's clear now that Ferrari is in an upward trajectory and they are covering all bases really well. From driver performance to strategic decision making that is to their benefit, unlike previous years. Now, what is impressive about Ferrari in this race is that they were able to use two different strategies and still be able to have their cars finish third and fourth. Now, Carlos started the race fourth with an aggressive race strategy similar to Red Bull, and he made it work, managing to bag himself a podium position. Leclerc, on the other hand, who started eighth, had the more difficult task of having to go long on his stunts on mediums and then moving on to the hards. The end result was that Leclerc was able to eat up a lot of positions and end up behind his teammates in the standings. So what this showed is that Ferrari have managed to turn their biggest weaknesses of the past, which are strategic decision making and tire management, into their biggest strengths. With the SF24, they finally have a car that works well under different strategies and doesn't shred tires compared to last year. And the performance was highlighted more by the fact that McLaren, a team that is so well suited to this track in qualifying and race pace, just couldn't live with the pace set by the SF24s in different strategies. Also, we should put up an honorable mention for Yuki Tsunoda. He had an amazing home race, bringing in a point which really makes it hard to justify having Ricciardo in the other seat. The biggest loser trophy has to go to Mercedes. These guys haven't had a good start to the year, as we all know, with the car that just lacked outright pace. But in Japan, their demise wasn't from car pace, but more on bad strategic calls. Yes, the W15 was surprisingly competent in the first sector, which wasn't the case in a track like Jeddah, but the main thing was that the car had bad tire degradation. So putting the drivers into a one-stop was a bad in that they were never going to replicate the pace of Leclerc, for example, because their car is not there yet. A two-stop would have been more beneficial and would have showcased the true pace the W15 actually had. Okay, so that is it for the Japanese Grand Prix biggest winners and losers. So with that, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Once again, thank you and bye for now.